Hey, how's it going, everyone? Normally don't post videos like this, but I felt like this was much needed. It's nothing too crazy. It was more awkward, just something more upsetting, unfortunately. But like I said, I feel like more golfers should be able to express how they feel when it comes to golf. So, that being said, this whole situation occurred last weekend on a Sunday, so it's basically been a week. A couple buddies and myself, we all went up north, golf Flagstaff Continental Country Club, which was just beautiful, amazing. Had a great time there, and then we went ahead and golfed Williams Elephant Rocks on Sunday. One of the golfers that we were with ended up, being injured and took off, Sunday morning. So we kind of decided at the tee box that we would just golf as a group of six. Six golfers, not usually allowed on a golf course, but we were going to be playing, best ball, teams of two, right? So we're just going to go ahead and swing away, find our ball, and not interrupt pace of play at all whatsoever. So we went ahead and got started. First tee box right in front of the golf shop. No issues there whatsoever. Got done with the first hole, second hole, third hole, fourth hole, and we were doing great as far as pace of play. Within an hour, we were pretty much done with all four holes. Then we did notice that there was a group behind us of three, some older golfers, and we were like, hey, you know what, might as well just let them play through, kind of be considerate, be courteous. So we waited for them at the fifth hole. I approached one of the members, or one of the golfers that was golfing in the group behind us. Just approached them, super friendly. Hey, we don't want to hold you up at all whatsoever. We got a little, small little tournament within us. But yeah, you guys go ahead, take the tee box, swing away. We'll hold back a little bit, and we see that there's, no one behind you. So we didn't see what the big deal was. Looking back at it, maybe we should have checked in with the front office there. But we've done this before, as far as, not disturbing pace of play at all whatsoever. So this individual kind of approached me in an aggressive manner, just saying, we're not allowed to golf as a group of six. And, from my understanding, that's only if you're, disturbing pace of play, which I truly understand. But like I said, we were within that hour, kind of on track to finish the whole 18 in under maybe 4 hours. So I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. And he was just being, super stubborn about the whole deal. Kind of just saying, it's the course rules, And I kept on reiterating, hey, like, we're not disturbing pace of play. Kind of just told him, what, right now, this is disturbing pace of play, just our whole going back and forth. Just take the tee box, swing away, man. Like, we're not disturbing anyone. He then proceeded to ask us where we were from, which at the time I was, again, taken aback about the whole deal, where it shouldn't be about where individuals are from. I think golf has a stigma already, where it's like you have these golf courses that are, very exclusive, that don't want to, be inclusive, right? That don't want to share, their golf course. And, for me, it's never really, tracked in my head, and I never really got that. I feel like community was created, early on as a community sport, to share, and, to have golfers who, wouldn't normally be that golfer type, go out there and walk a course, and just bring in individuals from, all different backgrounds, not just, individuals within that community of Williams, right? So that was kind of just like, okay, he's probably just asking us, where we're from within Arizona, which another golfer of ours, kind of spoke up, or he spoke up and was just like, hey, like, we have a cabin out here that my family owns, we live out here. Like, he couldn't understand why he was asking where we were from. The gentleman's reasoning was, he just wanted to know, and he talks to, all golfers in that way. And I kind of just, like, just take the tee box. We'll talk to the, course manager, give me his number or call him or whatever, and we'll just take it up with him, because this guy wasn't really, giving that dialogue or, willing to, adapt to the whole situation, which was very unfortunate. What was more unfortunate is this individual was an employee at this golf course, which, you can't, I'm not the one to be like, oh, we're paying customers, but you can't treat customers like that, right? Like, I get it. We broke a rule, but honestly, it's a rule that as long as we're not disturbing pace of play, I don't really see making any sense. But he wasn't getting that. So he proceeded, kind of messed up my game, unfortunately, because before that, I think I was doing pretty good. But again, golf is a mental, game where, anything for me, if I get, razzled as far as just being disappointed or upset, then I'm kind of screwed. So we proceeded, at the end of that hole, that fifth hole, there was a course marshal there. And we were approached by her, and her whole reasoning was, I'm just here to enforce the rules, which again, like, why are we even talking about this, right? Where it's like, it's a rule, I get it, but we're not disturbing pace of play. We're not, being loud. We're not disturbing anybody out there. So I proceeded to just say, hey, can I speak to the course manager, right? His name's Scott. She got Scott on the line. I proceeded to go ahead and speak with him. He wasn't, rude, but he just wasn't getting, the whole concept of what I was trying to relay, that we're a group, we get it, we broke a rule, but we're not disturbing anybody. He then proceeded to say, he gets it too, and, but it's a rule. Which I then asked him, what's the reasoning if we're not disturbing play? We're golfing as a, best ball. We're actually pretty, conducting ourselves well. His reasoning with not being allowed to golf in a group of six is it's a visual disturbance. I believe that's the exact words he said, visual disturbance. Which again is just one of these rules that creates this sense of, elitism and exclusivity, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that at all whatsoever. So I was just like, what, we're going to go ahead and split up. We have two players that go in front of us, and we're just going to play as a foursome. It was just like, okay, that's fine. Which we then proceeded to golf like that throughout the whole day. As far as them being worried about pace of play was slowed down. We were held up at, a hole later on in the round where there was ourselves waiting, someone on the tee box, someone in the fairway, and then someone on the green, which if they're really concerned about pace of play, I don't see why we were so targeted. Again, I feel like it was definitely some elitism there, with definitely an undertone of racism, just because we were a group of Mexican Americans and Filipino Americans, in our groups, our other two members were Caucasian. So just that mix, I feel like that individual, if he was an employee there, could have handled it a lot better. Seeing that we weren't disturbing anybody, seeing that we weren't, disturbing pace of play, could have easily just said, hey, next time just check in with the course manager. We don't normally let, groups of 6 go out just because of these reasonings, but you guys aren't doing anything. So, play on, players. So I feel like that could have been handled that way. And I could have been like, you know what, you're right, bro. Sorry. Like, next time we'll let everyone know, before we do something like this, we'll check in. Right. But I feel like individuals who want to keep everything to themselves, especially a course like Elephant Rocks. It's a beautiful course. It's something I would love to play again, but probably not gonna go out there anymore. But it's a course that should be shared with the community, and should be accepting of all types of golfers, not just individuals that live in that community. I feel like a lot of golfers from the Valley, from Phoenix, from the South, can really go up there and appreciate this course because it is beautiful. I mean, you're up there in the pine, you got all kinds of views. But I feel like this individual could have easily just been like, hey, you know what? Go ahead, keep playing. Just don't disturb pace of play, right? And so that was handled very poorly. I feel like it was handled by the field marshal themselves poorly, and just the course manager poorly, for allowing their employee to talk to us in a certain way that was very aggressive. That definitely was very harsh. I feel like, so definitely giving them 0 stars on the Google review. But I definitely wanted to kind of come out and post this video just because I feel like a lot of golf courses miss on this. And I don't feel like golf should be an elitist sport. I feel like more golf courses should be adaptable, should be inviting, should be inclusive, should be, willing to accept all types of golfers. And I get it, there's rules, but at the same time, golf courses should be adaptable, right? Like, if you're not disturbing pace of play, if you're not disturbing anybody else, why take it upon yourself to really put a damper on a group that's having fun, that's embracing the course, that's just really living it up. Golf should be basically a walk in the park, that you enjoy, but you're swinging a stick and hitting a ball and and having fun that way too. So it's like a little nature hike, right? A little adventure. But just kind of wanted to get my feelings across. It's been a week, and I kind of wanted to get that off my chest, which now it is. It's on you guys now. But other than that, Flagstaff was beautiful. Continental, great course. I recommend anyone to go out there and golf that course. But as far as that goes, that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. We can definitely have a dialogue. That'd be great. But yeah, thank you for hearing me out. And if you guys are gonna go golfing soon, hit them straight, hit them far. Try to get some birdies. All right, you guys, later.